Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to the Sheffield United way. Now, we're going to be starting something new, but also we've done this in the past when we used to do our fans react videos. We are doing player ratings, and what a great place to start. A game where we were 2-0 up and ended up losing it 3-2. Now, you can't have everything, can you? Because we came back against Blackburn Rovers and Preston came back against us. In my opinion, I'm not going to be giving too much of a detailed opinion on this game, but I do think that if it wasn't for that goal just before half time, I think we'd have gone in and, probably gone and won this game 3-0 or 3-1, something like that, with Preston getting a consolation. But that goal really, really kind of drove Preston to come at us early in the second half. They got that goal, really, really unlucky from Tanganga. But after that, it was all them, in my opinion. They really, really put us to the sword and bullied us. They just wanted it more, didn't they? So, anyway, let's get on to talking about player ratings. I'm going to be talking about some of the goals and some of the talking points in this game and really how players played. So, Mike Cooper, 5.5. Now, I've spoken to quite a few people about this, and in my opinion, I don't think Mike Cooper could do a lot about these three goals tonight. The second goal, absolutely no chance. He got a hand to the first one, which some have said he should have potentially pushed it around the post, had a bit of a stronger hand. The third one, it was a very powerful header from Jebo from close range. So I can't really blame that on him either. But once again, his kicking wasn't great last night. And really, when you're letting in three goals in a game, whether it's your fault or not, it don't look good, does it? So I've given him a 5.5. Japhet Tanganga, 5. I think Jaff had a really, really good first half. Got stuck in, got those blocks in, and then the second half happened. And I don't know whether it was that own goal that knocked his duck off a little bit because it was really unlucky. The ball comes across quite quick at him. He can't really sort his legs out. He knocks it into the corner. But then after that, the third goal, he got outpaced. He got outpaced quite a bit in this game as well. It's the first time I've seen it from him. It's probably his worst performance, and he's still getting a 5. So I don't think that's too bad. Mark McGuinness, I've gone for a 5.5. I don't think the defenders are going to do very well in this video. I thought he was solid for the majority of the game, won most of his aerial battles, but if anyone's going to let Jebo dominate them, I don't think they deserve more than, a 5.5. I think he was really unlucky to be out of position for Jebo's goal because it looked like he picked up a bit of a knock and he was trying to get back into the box and really either 𝗵𝗵𝗍 should have done better or 𝗍𝗵𝗏𝗍 should have got back and helped out. 5.5 is the highest rated Sheffield United defender, so I think that speaks volumes. 𝗵𝗵𝗍, 5. I think 𝗵𝗵𝗍's been fantastic since coming into the Blades fold, but this wasn't one of his best games. He also got a little bit bullied at times, was out of position quite a lot, looked slow, which is always going to look slow, but he looked extra slow today. And really, for that third goal, for Jebo's goal, as I mentioned earlier on when I was talking about McGuinness, he should have either got across to McGuinness's man, or he should have been shepherding 𝗍𝗵𝗏𝗍 to get back as quickly as possible, or somebody to come in and help him. And I don't think 𝗵𝗵𝗍 deserves more than a 5 in this one. Harrison Burrows, 5. I don't think Harrison Burrows was too bad going forward, but he really showed his defensive frailties. The first goal, he jumped in and got rolled quite easily, and that ended up in the back of the net. So you potentially got to say if he'd have stood his ground, we might have not conceded that goal. The second goal so early on in that second half when we needed to make sure we didn't concede any silly goals. He's the one marking the man that's attacking the ball, and he shouldn't be. And I'm not 100% blaming him, but he shouldn't have been underneath that ball. He easily got out jumped, and that's where the goal came from. And finally, again, probably not his fault, but in the 93rd minute, the ball's coming across. He slips when he just needs to head this in the back of the net. Gyro 𝗍𝗵𝗏𝗍, 4.5. I think 𝗍𝗵𝗏𝗍's quite unlucky to get my lowest rating in this whole video. However, I can't just let him off just because he's not played too many games. I think in the first half he did okay, Their first goal, though, he did sell himself and he did dive in when he didn't need to. If he'd have stood up and Peck would have stood up, he probably wouldn't have scored that goal. But he went to ground and the ball ended up in the back of the net, and that's what started them on this kind of comeback. So second half felt like he was just running in quicksand. He was constantly off the pace, and I don't blame him because he's not played a lot of football, but yeah, he needed taking off, and he potentially needed taking off earlier. And as I've mentioned already, that third goal for Jebo, he potentially could have seen that McGuinness was out of position and tried to get back and at least put Jebo off. But yeah, maybe when you're tired, you're not thinking straight and you're not seeing things that maybe you would do if you weren't tired. City Peck, 5. City Peck in this game gave away the ball way too much for my liking, way too much. And I think he pretty much got dominated by the midfield in the second half. So, yeah, it weren't his best game. I don't know if he got helped or hindered by Riedewald, but, Peck's got nowhere to hide these days. He's got no Vinny Souza next to him, so he really needs to be stepping up. I think in the first half, he kept hold of the ball well enough, but he kept giving away silly passes, and they played straight through us at times. 𝗬𝗍𝗄𝗃, 6. I think Cheo's lucky to be getting a 6 in this game. I think he was just above par, slightly above average in this game. He does a lot of running, a hell of a lot of running. He's constantly running at his man, but it doesn't ever feel like it ends up being anything, whether it's a good cross or a good shot. I don't think I've seen him have a shot since he's come to Sheffield United. So that's the reason why he's been knocked down a few marks. But you know, he had a really really bad injury, and he's just coming back from that. So yeah, hopefully Ogbene gets better and better as the season go on. But I can't give him any higher than a 6. Andre Brooks, 8. Since coming back from injury, I think Andre Brooks, every time he's come on, has looked really, really sharp and really dangerous. So he definitely deserves this start. And 10 minutes into the game, he got into an ocean of space in between the right back and the centre back, put it away beautifully. Composure of Alan Shearer. And all the way through the night, he was a thorn in the side of the Preston defence. Obviously, he had to come off because he's not had that much football in recent weeks. But I think he still deserves that 8. Callum O'Hare, 9. Now, lots and lots of people are going to give me grief for this. I did originally have O'Hare down as an 8.5. However, I just bumped it up because I actually don't think that Callum O'Hare did anything wrong in this game. I just thought he was fantastic all the way through. Got his goal that he deserved. Not bullied his way through exactly, but when he got played in, he managed to flick it in behind the Preston lad and put it away with his weaker foot. That's what you want to see. And that's another goal to add to his tally this season. I just think he was always showing for it, always trying things, always creating stuff. And even right down to the last kick of the game, he was the one that won the foul right outside the box for Danny Ings to sky over the bar. So if that had gone in the back of the net, you've got to say Callum O'Hare did that. He forced that foul, but it didn't. But I still feel like he deserved man of the match, certainly. Tyrese Campbell, 7. I think Tyrese is lucky to be as high as a 7. He had lots of running, lots of pressing, lots of hassling, but he gave away too many fouls in this game. He obviously played the ball through for Callum O'Hare to score his goal, so he's picked up an assist, and I think that's the reason why his rating's been bumped up to a 7. Now on to the subs, and 𝗬𝗏𝗃 has got a 5. Lucky to probably get a 5, but I think 𝗬𝗏𝗃 in this game showed again that his physicality is not up to the championship, and I don't think he got past a man once. So when you're bringing on a tricky winger, they've got to be getting balls into the box. They've got to be beating the men, and he's just not doing it. Dribble Soumare, 6.5. I think I started on about an 8 with Soumare because he got the ball, lovely little turn, drop of the shoulder, he's away. And straight away, I'm like, this is what we have needed all this game. He did a few more of those kind of lovely little neat turns, playing players in and really starting those attacks. That's exactly what we want from Soumare. And then he misses a really, really good chance playing it off his left over the bar. I think it was quite a difficult chance, but at the same time, you need to be putting them away, especially when we are chasing the game. But, you know, I still think he deserves that 6.5. It's one of the higher ratings in this whole video. Danny Ings, 4.5. Despite Ings being on the pitch for more than 30 minutes in that second half, I don't think I remember seeing him touch the ball until stoppage time, where he dived, didn't win a penalty because it was a silly dive and, it looked like a dive. And then on the edge of the box, we got a free kick. Danny Ings takes this. And yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. Just get it on target. Get it on target, and you've got a chance of scoring. Tom Cannon, 5. Hard to really rate Cannon when he came on so late in this game. He got played through at one point, really, really acute angle, hit the side netting. Not really much else he could do with that one, and I don't really remember him doing anything else, so that's why I've stuck to a 5. Jamie Shackleton, I'm not even going to rate because I think I heard his name being said once. Not sure if he even touched the ball, and he came on in the 78th minute. So we're just going to leave that one. So there you have it. Thank you very much for watching this player ratings video. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you think it's a good idea for the channel and if we should keep doing it. We will keep doing it for a few weeks until it's bedded in. But I know that player ratings are super subjective. People see different things, and some people's ratings are going to be a lot higher than others. And some people are going to say I've rated too high. Some people are going to say I've rated too low, and that's absolutely fine. We've all got opinions. Let us know in the comments what you think right now, because I'm more interested in hearing what you guys are going to think than what I'm thinking. So hopefully the next time I'm doing a player ratings video, I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s rather than 7s, 6s, 5s, and even 4.5s. Thanks for watching, ladies and gents. See you next time.